Now, there's also the concept of dark data. Have you heard of this? Ooh, wow. So, a Dr. Kim, in a Korean medical journal, described dark data. I don't know if he was the first to describe it, but I read his paper. And the concept of dark data is essentially that when you do a controlled study, let's just say you get a clinical trial. Say you want to understand how bones heal. You have 2,000 patients in the study. You want to analyze whether a medication you take or an injectable will improve the fracture healing of patients in a certain population. Now, a controlled clinical trial means you take a set of patients that have certain inclusion and exclusion criteria. Are they healthy? Do they have a rheumatologic disorder? Excluded. Are they older than a certain age? Excluded. But are they of a certain age, certain demographics, and diversity to be included? But then they're not in the country that you're studying, so therefore certain diversity is not included. Certain demographics are not included. We understand that some patients are excluded. But then you take the actual clinical study, and then you say, oh, well, there was bias and certain exclusion based on the data, based on the actions of the patient or the investigator, or there was a mistake. And people have tried to understand that based on the treatment, the planned treatment, the treatment effect, or the intended treatment, which is called the intention to treat analysis. So even if someone was excluded within the study, or they crossed over, meaning they said, I don't like the injectable, I don't want any treatment, so they crossed over from the treated arm to the control untreated arm, or maybe some other treatment, there's an intention to treat analysis. However, let's just say you had to gather from screening 10,000 patients, come up with 3,000, and you can only publish on, say, 1,500 patients. Well, there's a lot of data that's unknown. Well, there's meaningful information within that, and that's the dark data.